Look, I know Ted Lasso really likes to mess with the audience, but calling Man City the undisputed greatest team seems like a little bit too far. Hey everyone, this is David Stark from Watch Our Pass, and it's Friday, which means it's Ted Lasso Day. And I'm here to talk to you about Ted Lasso Season 2, Episode 8, Man City, which is coming to Apple TV Plus on September 10th, 2021. So in this episode, the team, AFC Richmond, is building towards the FA Cup semifinals. They've drawn Man City, which is a very tough team, and they're playing in Wembley Stadium. So it's a big stage, it's a big opponent, and the big question is, does AFC Richmond have what it takes to take down the giants of Man City? We find that out, and we also get some more revelations some more revelations about Ted, and some opening up from the dock, and a few more character changes, some build up for the season finale, which I believe is in about 4 episodes. I think this is a 12 episode season, so we're kind of laying some groundwork for some of the season finale storylines. So as I said, this episode airs on September 10th, 2021, and it's a 45-minute long episode, so it's a little bit more meaty. I mean, Ted Lasso episodes are usually 30 to 35 minutes. This is a pretty big one. So I will talk about the TV show, and I'll talk about some spoilers. So if you haven't seen it, please go watch it in advance. I'm going to talk about things that happen in the story, so I don't want you to be spoiled before you see it. It's 45 minutes long. It's available on Apple TV Plus. So go ahead and watch that, and then come back. And I will try to keep this less than 45 minutes long. I think I can, but we'll see. So buckle in and get ready for a good and painful time. It's a little bit painful at times, as all Ted Lasso is. So in this episode, I really liked the soccer action. I complained about it in the last episode, Headspace, where we got to see some more about the coaches, and especially some of their personal growth in the last episode. In this episode, but that led to a little bit less soccer action, especially a little bit less coaching from Ted. This episode, you get more soccer action. You actually don't get as much coaching from Ted. That's kind of something I've missed. Ted Lasso has been kind of more about coaching those people around him rather than coaching the team. And I kind of miss it when he was coaching. I kind of miss him, his coach persona, helping the players, building them up. But you do get soccer action, and you get a big game at Wembley, Man City versus AFC Richmond. So you get that big, impactful game. You get a good amount of play. You get some goals. I didn't love the result. AFC Richmond got smoked, but I did like actually seeing the game. The second thing I really loved is you get finally the banter meeting. You get Sam and Rebecca meeting in person, and they meet at a dinner. It's a very sweet, actual interaction. They kind of show up, and they're surprised that they're there. They kind of don't get it, and then finally, when they check banter, they do figure out that they're there, and there's a little bit of hesitation, but then it becomes a very kind of sweet evening for them. So I really like that. And then later it becomes another very sweet evening for them. So I think that will be a fun storyline going forward. I like seeing Rebecca get someone who's nice and treats her well, and I also like seeing Sam being happy. He's one of my favorite kind of understated characters, and it's good to see him smiling and having fun for once. And the last thing I really love is you get some additional details about the characters. You get this in most episodes, but this, you get some really meaty revelations. So you get some, you get to see a little bit more about the doc's personal life, some of her own kind of mental, blocks, and some of her own insecurities. And then you also get a big revelation about Ted. It happens at the very end. I don't want to spoil that because it's kind of a big, impactful scene, but you do get a really big revelation about Ted and his background. And then you also get to finally see Jamie's father. Jamie's father comes to the match. He's not the most likable character. He's actually, a terrible character, but that does lead to a very emotional scene in the locker room afterwards. So, so you get to see some more character growth and depth, which I really, really liked. Things I didn't really love about this episode. The first is, one of my biggest complaints about Headspace was that, Nate's character just seemed to switch from nice, understated person to arrogant asshole very quickly. And I didn't love that, but hey, if you're going to lay your bed, you got to kind of lay in it. And in this episode, it almost seems like his over cocky persona just was gone. Like, yeah, he made some statement that was kind of a little cocky, but nothing to the level that it was before. And I wonder if that's because there were different writers for this episode, or maybe they just kind of scrapped it because they didn't like the way it turned out. Like, I don't know why, but it almost is like that entire character, I don't want to call it a progression, change. That entire character change just disappeared. Like, you didn't have it anymore. And then, if they're gonna have that be a storyline, then have it be a storyline throughout. Like, I didn't love Nate, but you know what? Or I didn't love I didn't love the new Nate, but if that's where the story's going, then I'll see where it goes. But I don't want to have this kind of is he good, is he bad type situation. Like let him be cocky, let him make his mistakes, and hopefully in the season finale he'll realize he'll either move on or he'll realize that this is not the way to go. I don't know. The second thing I did not love is it feels like Ted Lasso just the series. I love the series. Like I really love the series. I love the characters. I love that it's a American take on soccer. I think this is kind of made for me. But at some point, they're going to have to win, and kind of seeing the team constantly build up to have these big events only to be shattered. I can only take it so much. Like at some point, we're going to have a happy episode where they do something meaningful, like they win a trophy or they get promotion. I imagine that might be what we're building to at the finale, but I don't know. It felt like there was so much build up for the Man City match, and then they just kind of crumbled. And you would have expected them to at least put up a fight, maybe have a couple, maybe score a goal, have a consolation goal or something. But it felt like there was all this build up to this episode, and then it was just like, and they lose badly, very badly. I don't think they would have beaten City, but stranger things have happened. And the last thing I didn't love, and I mentioned this in the introduction, they called City the undisputed greatest team. That's a bit much. I mean, City's a very good team. I think my team is also a very good team, and we'll challenge for the title. We'll see. But that's just my personal rivalry with City, and so I didn't love all the Manchester City love in this episode. But hey, you know what? You gotta pick a team, and if you're gonna have a team that everyone hates, Man City's probably a good one. That's Ted Lasso season 2, episode 8, Man City. It's premiering on Apple TV Plus on September 10th, 2021. So today, because the embargo's today, and it's 45 minutes long. So just carve out some time, get some bangers and mash, and go watch this latest episode of Ted Lasso. So thanks so much for watching. If you liked this review, please like and subscribe to this channel. It helps me out a lot. Make sure all my new content goes straight to you. Thank you.